time when color-haired character, especially in blonde people in most media, that you've seen many of them as girls and guys, and all of the media for anime, video games, and so many more, and well as known as a recognizable character that we know and love for in a fact though. In a fact. Like this guy for example. But no, we're not talking about my favorite character, Char Aznable. However, we're going to be talking about one of the very popular anime OC modern day civilians named Jasper Darsch or Darsch. I think the name Darsch is pretty much of a similarity to European name, but it is a name for American. But there is a few or more people that are named after the last name Darch, which there is one who is working for World Organization. But we're not talking about Char Aznable and any other blonde character, but the blonde character looks alike. We are going to be talking about them for in fact though. Jasper Darsch is the antagonist's arrival of Zorma, my original character child, and he used to be one of the dead project called Zorma Day the Fanime series, which Jasper Darsch was going to be known for that project, even though that project was dead since maybe fall or the end of 2015 because there were too many ideas though. Jasper Darsch was a very studyable character for that time in 2015. He was a brand new character arrival of Zorma. There were few people that draw him on DA and other site a bit when he was just a notable character, a little that not much people known, but for most a few time, maybe a few years, maybe 2017, a little bit of 2016, especially when he went to go to convention to pay our commission to ship my OC pairing with the female character, and up to 2017 with that Jasper Darsch, which he's been known for pairing many girls, and he's known for pairing with his love interest, his favorite girlfriend named Lucina from Fire Emblem Awakening. Well, about that, it is very predictable why it is like this, and for fact that there was very similar about why my character Jasper looks alike of other blonde character from other series, and he looks very alike to this character from My Hero Anatomy. Well, I don't know much about anime, but I still watch anime and rarely watch it. But still, I'm watching other animes like the Maids show and the new anime called Zombieland. But I'm rarely am watching a little bit of My Hero Anatomy series a bit. It is a very cool confluence of the series with the character art of superheroes that is influenced to the American comics, and especially that goes to Japanese superhero, like that straightforward to Tokusaku of My Hero Anatomy. But I won't be getting into any scene about that for My Hero Anatomy because it takes time to know see. But anyways, what I understand about this character, I forgot what his name is all about. And you know, Jasper Darsch is an anti-hero, and he's a womanizer per se. And people, there were only one person that they criticized my OC because he was Gary Sue, but I know Jasper Darsch is not unique nor perfect. Here is to say because of this guy is similar to personality and what is predicted, what is a look-alike from that. And the thing is that one of my friends, I will not be mentioning who he is. One of my friends told me about all of my anti-heroes has feelings with the girls. And because of Jasper Darsch, who is like that guy, similar personality which is mostly predictable per se, that the heroes are like the murderers that kills his uncle brother Dash, which it is an influence to Ben Parker, Peter Parker's uncle from Spider-Man series, the Marvel Comics ongoing series. And this guy, he thinks that the heroes are terrible and are murderers, but they're not one of them. So that makes it even why it is like that though. It is precisely is that they wanted to make a story of a bad guy or anti-hero or rival to see if they understood what are the real reason. People have made great story like this before. Like for instance, one of my favorite story was about if the protagonist save the anti-heroes or any bad guy, they change bad to good. I have seen a few media that happens like that. Rarely it gets like that in most media sometimes. But what I can tell about this guy personality, what he feels about the heroes, that he hates them so much that there are one of the murders. It is the same exact thought where Jasper Darsch is. What he noticed that the heroes kills his uncle, which it is not really though. It's very predictable for some reason to say though. Speaking about predictable thing for the future that the future predicted, here's another example like this and more will come to it. And also, have you guys remember another video from 2017 that I did, a predictable video about the future predictable video about an OC looks alike? Here is what I may have to explain though. You know, I think that's some reason that there's this one of the recognizable character like any other canon character. Here's another example like this dude is.
I'm really feeling it.
You have noticed that Shock, that's why I had to pronounce his name this time like this, is looks way a look-alike than Jasper Darsch. You have noticed that Shock, That's why I had to pronounce his name this time like this. Is looks way a look-alike than Jasper Darsch, and it's considered to be he's the long-lost brother of Jasper Darsch. It is uncertain, but future is predictable. He is from another game from Namco series and Bandai Namco called X Geno's Blade, which is another spin-off by Namco previous game from early 2000, which I can't remember, but this is their spin-off. But this is what this character is so predictable, what he is so familiar that he is the another of the looks alike of Jasper Darsch. And to be frank, he does seems like that I don't know what to say. There's been time like this that many similarity that predictable from the canon character to official character that they really looks alike because of time that give us. Not to mention, I am going to mention of the cousin of Lucina named Owen and the other blonde head from Fire Emblem Fate. They seem to be the long lost brother of Jasper Darsch, which is very funny to be frank though. Their hairdo and shock and their similarity characteristic design of their appearance and looks, it's so funny to see that they look almost similar and very familiar at the same time, but not in a way of sense. Well, you know that Jasper Darsch is a modern day civilian person. He is very influenced to the old school anime from the 1980s. He is a stereotype of a school bully from the 1980s medias and film, and most regrettably that he is very recognized to be very influenced to one of the movies that I adore from the film called Just One of the Guys, released in 1985, where the actor William portrayed as Greg, which that is the one that really catch attention why I made this character Jasper Darsch as one a really to say as really most to say that he's a memorable character in some sense though. Jasper Darsch was not inspired by the guy from the Karate Kid from 1984, not the Karate Kid series. He was inspired by William character Greg, who is like that character from that film, who is a jerk, who is a show-off, and where he used to have his girlfriend which was his ex, but thinking that he was just a jerk in the town of school, that he was the bad kid town in the neighborhood. That movie, Just One of the Guys, is a very old film, and it is a fan favorite from pop culture, romantic comedy. I highly suggest that you guys have to check it out. William, the actor who did that film from Karate Kid from 1984, who did that character of Greg, it's very memorable to portray as the most villainous, not completely evil, but much more as a show of like a bad kid. And I know that William was 18 or 19 at that time in the mid 80s, that he was captured to be as movie cinema industry, that he's an icon of the, most likely to say, as a one example, as a stereotype, as a school bully. And that what he really is based it when he portrayed as Greg Tolan, which that's what I inspired this character after Jasper Darsch. That's the reason why. However, actually that this, speaking about the characteristic and similarity, Jasper Darsch has ancestor of Fire Emblem original characters of mine, but I will not go to no detail. Despite my OC of Jasper Darsch and his family are belongs to modern day, while my Fire Emblem OC heroes from that timeline of the Darsch family, because the timeline are separated. Nevertheless, to forget about that, the family tree is very similar to what a family tree bonus and step family and such, something like that. It really reminds me to one of the very old show that I used to watch back in the day, Nick at Night, the Brady Bunch, which is a very old show that I seen back from the day of the around the quarter 90s. I can't remember, but I remember watching it. Which that's why the Darsch family has a similarity of the family background of the Darsch family that are influenced to the Brady Bunch. With that is very inspiring though. For all I can say, this is the video that's all there is, and I completely made it how complex of the details and statement, how it really goes together about this video. It took a little bit of some time, most effort, and most of all, knowing about my OC, what he really is based it, that is familiar to the Fewbon character. It has happened before of predicting the future of my other OC named Zorma. And this has happened too. Nintendo predict the future, everything had predicted the future. The same thing that goes to The Simpsons, which that's the show I rarely watch once a while. So that's all is to say. Hope you liked the video, give a like and subscribe, and feel free to comment. That's all there is. Until then, bye bye.